When a great genius appears in the world, you may know him by this sign, that the dunces are all in confederacy against him. May you live every day of your life. Vision is the art of seeing things invisible. We have just enough religion to make us hate, but not enough to make us love one another. Every man desires to live long, but no man wishes to be old. I never wonder to see men wicked, but I often wonder to see them not ashamed. It is useless to attempt to reason a man out of a thing he was never reasoned into. Laws are like cobwebs, which may catch small flies, but let wasps and hornets break through. He was a bold man that first ate an oyster. I cannot but conclude that the bulk of your natives, to be the most pernicious race of little odious vermin that nature ever suffered to crawl upon the surface of the earth. Laws are like cobwebs, which may catch small flies, but let wasps and hornets break through. Every dog must have his day. Fine words. I wonder where you stole them. Undoubtedly, philosophers are in the right when they tell us that nothing is great or little otherwise than by comparison. Proper words in proper places make the true definition of style. The tiny Lilliputians surmise that Gulliver's watch may be his god, because it is that which, he admits, he seldom does anything without consulting. For in reason, all government without the consent of the governed is the very definition of slavery. Happiness is the perpetual possession of being well deceived. That was excellently observed, say I, when I read a passage in an author, where his opinion agrees with mine. When we differ, there I pronounce him to be mistaken. We of this age have discovered a shorter and more prudent method to become scholars and wits, without the fatigue of reading or of thinking. Difference in opinions has cost many millions of lives, for instance, whether flesh be bread, or bread be flesh, whether the juice of a certain berry be blood or wine. The latter part of a wise person's life is occupied with curing the follies, prejudices and false opinions they contracted earlier. Good manners is the art of making people comfortable. Whoever makes the fewest people uncomfortable has the best manners. Satire is a sort of glass, wherein beholders do generally discover everybody's face but their own. The best doctors in the world are Dr. Diet, Dr. Quiet, and Dr. Merriman. Words are the clothing of our thoughts. A wife should be always a reasonable and agreeable companion, because she cannot always be young. Punning is a talent which no man affects to despise but he that is without it. Coffee makes us severe, and grave and philosophical. The stoical scheme of supplying our wants by lopping off our desires is like cutting off our feet when we want shoes. Poor nations are hungry, and rich nations are proud, and pride and hunger will ever be at variance. We have chosen to fill our hives with honey and wax, thus furnishing mankind with the two noblest of things, which are sweetness and light. Of so little weight are the greatest services to princes, when put into the balance with a refusal to gratify their passions. Opium is not so stupefying to many people as an afternoon sermon. I hid myself between two leaves of sorrel, and there discharged the necessities of nature. I'm as old as my tongue and a little older than my teeth. As love without esteem is capricious and volatile, esteem without love is languid and cold.